Howdy, and welcome to the Lunch Table Podcast, where we ask questions that nobody wants to know the answers to.
Right, like what's 99 plus 1?
100!
Yeah, you know what? That's significant, right? Ooh. This is our 100th episode!
100th episode! Boo! Boo! I want confetti shooting everywhere and alarms going off.
I don't know if I can do that in post.
You better try! Yes, it is our 100th episode. Can you believe that we've been doing this for 100 episodes?
Yes, because I've been in almost all of them, and I've edited all of them. I know how many we've done.
You did edit all of them. Dude, the crazy...
Now, I know what you're going to say before you even say it. There's some of the takeouts, and some of the Brunchables, and a couple of the other ones we didn't put an episode title on, so we're well over 100 anyways. But this is the one on paper that counts, like marriage.
This is our main episode. Not our side episodes. Not our side chicks. Our main chick. It's 100 days with the main chick.
This is the spinach and artichoke dip. Not just spinach dip.
And the man who loves his spinach dip.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because it's mostly cheese.
My right-hand man, Mr. Google himself. That's right, my co-host. Drew, I'm the frumpy green giant. Lotsanizer!
Hey. I'll be frumpy. Is that one of the 7 dwarves? Frumpy, dumpy, dump truck ass.
Ooh, is that why they called him Dumpy?
Maybe.
He picked up that shirt and it was just BAM! Cake.
Oh, you got that.
Just all that cake.
Woo!
Woo!
That gravity-defying booty.
Woo! That just gave you diabetes. and the man who will be getting diabetes from eating ass. That's right, your host with the most.
Sinister farts after Mexican.
It's because of what I eat.
Yeah, I know.
Candy ass.
Yeah.
In Mexican. Refried beans with candy butt just doesn't do the best for your stomach.
Yeah. Refried beans in anything.
It is true. And the guy who likes to make his belly grumble and rumble, that's right, Carl Jones!
Hey!
It's 100 times I've been saying our names.
And only the 80th time you've remembered.
I was going to say, but not really. Because how many times have I forgot our names during this?
You know how many times I've had to edit your name in after post?
Too many. 3
that I know of.
All right, let's get into it. I'm sorry, Drew, that I forget my own name. Sometimes you sidetrack me. I forget what's going on.
I tried to do your job the other day, and we had to do like 15 takes because I couldn't get it right.
Yeah, dude, it's funny.
It's difficult.
It's funny because like Sparky used to do that to me. Like he would sit there, oh, I don't know why you're messing up your lines or something, like when we do little skits or whatnot.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't know why you're tripping over your words. You know what to say. Then the one day I filmed them.
But you get into it.
It's so easy to mess up.
Right. You get on a train of being wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you get happy when you do it right, but
it's like a combo.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're on fire.
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker. Sometimes you're on fire and you can film like 3 things and you're like, oh man, I feel like I did that. Slammed.
Yeah.
Then once you kind of trip that once, it just follows.
Down it goes.
Yep. Then you start rolling down the hill. So Drew.
Are we going to get into it?
Well. Didn't we? Yeah, we already got into it.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. I literally, during the laugh, I said, let's get into it. Then we were quiet for a while. That's why I came in and asked you. You missed our whole intro?
I think I did.
Oh, my God.
I think I had a stroke. 100 episodes is making me go, bop,
boop. See what happens when you don't like our page? Drew strokes out.
Right. And it's not because of all the sodium I intake.
Cheese has a lot of sodium.
Yeah. That's why I don't do Parmesan that much. I lay off of the Parmesan. I'm a soft cheese man.
He's a cheddar guy. I like my cheddar. So, Drew, for the week.
Yep.
You got anything you want to bring up?
I got a big one.
Oh, okay. What's your big one? For the 100th time, tell the people how your week went.
Okay. I had...
I'm sorry. Before we get into your week, just to let everyone know, this episode, for our 100th episode, we're going to be getting into more Drew Braingasm. Something that we think is essentially why we made this show.
Right.
Just to sit
You,
down.
you guys sit around the lunch table and you come up with stupid questions to ask your friend while you're shoving food down your gullet, and you have a half hour to do it, or an hour in some cases like ours, and you just try and fit as much as you can in.
Right. So we gotta.
And typically we sit at a table by ourselves.
Typically.
I mean, we still had a lot of people viewing us. So chime in to wonder what the hell we were talking about.
That is true. People would always stop by and throw in their 2 cents,
Right.
which I'm fine with. You know,
Dude, we're going to need a teacher. We can get a teacher right
actually, you know, we could probably get our physics teacher.
Yeah.
She was always cool.
Chemistry.
Well, she was your chemistry, my physics.
Really?
Yeah, I had her for physics. Shorter lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had her
I
for
had
physics.
the dude for physics.
Oh, no, I was in dumb physics. Like, we didn't really focus on the math. We just focused on making the stuff, and that's what I'm good at. I can't do the math, but I can make a catapult with my eyes and go, oh, you should shoot over there. And I do okay.
So did I.
Yeah, so did you. Yeah. Yeah.
I took the physics class, found a copy of the teacher's manual, and then like he would assign questions, and I would use the other ones. So it'd be cool to bring him on.
It would be funny. I think
He confronted me about it one day.
he's named after a number?
No.
No, not him? No, okay. But
That's
anyway.
cool too.
Yeah, well, he knew my mom.
Yeah.
They went to school together, so that'd be interesting. That would be quite the episode. But dude, I'm sorry, I cut you off. So,
You're good.
So later on, like I said, we're getting into a lot of Drew Braingasms and some good ones. Things that actually I know you guys enjoy, because when we do our little cuts, they get the most views and attention.
Cuts, dick or lick.
Oh, you're bringing that back.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Dick or lick cuts?
Yeah.
I'm dicking it down because it hurt worse. Can you imagine you had a little cut and I'm just like, let me dick that real quick.
Dick that gash.
Ew.
That wound that never heals.
Ew. Dig it down. So Drew, how was your week?
It was pretty good. I got a small story.
Okay.
A live and learn moment, if you will. I went to the gas station the other day and I decided to get myself a drink.
Ooh.
And I saw something that I liked the idea of. You ever had RC Cola?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
It's always like a flat cola.
You ever like RC? No?
No, to me it always tasted flat. Like I said, out of the can, everything flat.
I had it and it wasn't flat. I mean, this is what I'll give it. But they had a berries and cream RC.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, berries and cream, everything berries and cream is delicious. I've liked all this berries and cream stuff that's been coming out.
So you like the Dr. Pepper one and all that?
Well, I'll get to that one.
Okay.
But I had it horrible. Horrible. It tasted so burnt in my mouth. Like, when somebody overcooks a burger or a steak or something.
Yeah, and it's just, you got that. Yeah.
That's what that tasted like.
Like coffee.
Yeah. So bitter in my mouth. So I thought I would try something else the next time. And I found the strawberries and cream
RC.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Dr. Pepper. Okay.
Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. You love Dr. Pepper. We love
DP.
Dr. Pepper.
We love DP.
Yes. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I had loved berries and cream, everything up until then, and the last two just let me down. It was a minor heartbreak.
Do you like any of the flavors of Dr. Pepper?
I like the cream soda one, but I think that tastes like cotton candy.
See, I don't like any of the additive. I love Dr. Pepper.
You just love regular barbecue sauce.
Dude, it has 23 flavors already. Quit trying to add like 26. It's just, you already got 23 flavors. Leave it the fuck alone.
Right.
Go mess with your Pepsi or something. Or the 7-Up. Like the 7-Up berries and cream would probably be delicious.
Yeah. I mean, that's only two that you're adding two more. Mm-hmm. You're adding lemon, lime, berries, and cream.
Berries and cream.
God, that's a catchy slogan.
Yeah, lemon, limes,
lime,
berries,
and cream.
What do you want to drink? Lemon, limes, berry, and cream. 7-Up. You're welcome. Pay us. We made a commercial. Weren't you happy you were here for the 100th time to watch that?
Yeah.
I know I am. So, like, to me, flavored pop, Mountain Dew, which is really just flavored orange juice. I like their flavors.
You like every single one of their flavors?
No, not every single one.
Dude, there's a gingerbread one that comes out in Christmas. Horrible.
Horrible. There's some that were like
There was a fruitcake one last year.
Awful.
Awful.
The USA one that they come out with and they dump like 3 of them in together. It's that white.
Yeah, it's literally
voltage,
red, white, and blue that they add.
That they mix together. It sucks. But I do like some of the flavors more than the original. Like, I'm not a big Mountain Dew drinker.
You like Livewire?
But I do love Livewire.
You like the orange?
I love Code Red.
Love the red.
I like Voltage. But my absolute favorite is Pitch Black, which is a sour grape.
So good, dude.
Oh,
it only
sour
comes
grape.
in the cans, though.
Yeah, they used to be in 2 liters. You know, and then they would sell the little cans and stuff. And now the only time I ever see it is in like pop fountain machines at a gas station. I don't know if they still sell it all over, but I like their flavors. Sprite, when they do their flavors, I like a lot of the more clear stuff. The darker the pop, I think the more you mix too much flavors, the worse it can be. Cola, I think, does really well with...
Black Label is the one that I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Not the dark one, but the Black Label. Oh my god, dude, that was so good. It was a mix of an energy drink, berry flavored again.
Well, I think it was their version of, like... You remember Voltage?
Yeah.
When it literally a pop that was highly caffeinated.
Jolt.
No.
You're
Jolt.
talking about Volt.
Maybe I'm talking about Volt.
Volt.
Which
green.
It was like it was made by Pepsi. It was like
Yeah.
Mountain Dew on steroids. It was like Mountain Dew, and they jumped the sugar and caffeine all the way up. I remember it was like the first like woo.
It was a problem.
Yeah. So like a lot of these have gone to the wayside. Like you said, the Black Label I liked. Pitch Black I loved. I don't know why it went away. I was a big fan of Pepsi Blue.
Oh, Pepsi Blue was awesome. Pepsi Clear.
Oh, I'm not big on Pepsi Clear, but Pepsi Blue when it came out, right when Code Red came out, that was awesome. The 1-2 punch.
Let's see if you've had any of these before. I'm going to go down a list pretty quickly here.
Okay.
Shoot whether you have or haven't. Make it quick. Mountain Dew, just regular Mountain Dew.
Had.
Have had. Diet Mountain Dew.
Had.
Nice. Diet caffeine free.
Had.
Real sugar.
Had. That's with the old guy on it.
Yeah. Baja Blast.
Had. Oh, obviously.
Code Red. Livewire, you said yes.
Yep.
Voltage, you said yes. Mage Melon.
Yes.
Spark.
Yes.
Goji Citrus Strawberry.
No.
Summer Freeze. Pretty good, actually.
No, I don't think I've had Summer Freeze.
It reminds me of those freezer pop, icy pops.
Not for me, then.
Sweet Lightning, the one that's only specific
Yes,
to KFC.
at KFC, that is one of the best. You would not like it. It's peach flavored.
I know. I tried it, and it was horrible.
It is peach flavored, and it has a tingle thing after it. Kind of like what Spark tried to do. You know how it had a little... But that one has a real tingle.
Maui Burst, exclusive to Dollar General.
No.
Frostbite, exclusive to Walmart.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I have had Frostbite.
Atomic Blue, specific to Sheets, and only in their fountain drinks.
No.
I've had it. It's not too bad. You used to work there. Dugarita for Red Lobster.
Oh, I never worked at Red Lobster, but no.
Oh.
Jared worked at Red Lobster. I was just there all the time.
Darkberry Bash, Applebee's special.
No.
Oh, so good. I had so many of them the other day. Kickstart. You ever had the orange Kickstart?
Yeah.
Red Kickstart?
Yeah, most of the Kickstarts.
Okay. Game Fuels, Berry Blitz.
Game Fuels are really good, too.
Pitch Black, Code Red.
Because the one Game Fuel was orange and red mixed together. And I know I was saying how I don't like the mixes, but that red and orange mixed together was really good Game Fuel.
Pitch Black 2.
Yes, had that. And it was good. It was good, but not as good as the original because they toned down the sour and pumped up the sweet. The first Pitch Black it would make you pucker when you drank it. And that's what I liked about it. Like the new monsters that I like to drink. You see the Cosmic Peach and that Nitro. Both of those are super sour.
Yeah, the one's dry.
That's why I love them. I don't know why you'd figure for something to drink you wouldn't want it dry and sour, but I love it.
You ever had the Revolution?
No.
Revolution was pretty good.
I don't even know what it looks like.
Typhoon.
Had the Typhoon.
Okay. Yeah.
So anything else during your week, man? You said you tried this, you hated it.
No, it was a pretty simple week.
Pretty simple week. So my week Pretty simple.
Took care of a lot of bills.
Yeah,
It's tough being an adult.
Yeah, it sucks being an adult. It's not very fun, you know. But like, I'm switching careers here, and I'm doing a couple of different things, and my buddy's getting a shop ready and whatnot, you know. And what was funny was I was talking to this character over the weekend that was helping us do stuff, and it's really weird once you start talking to someone and you really see their viewpoint on others. So, you know, I was talking to him.
Has this person been on the podcast before?
No, they haven't been on the podcast. They would like to be, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we were having a conversation. Of course,
it sell vitamins?
No. Of course, of course, it got into, because of the person, got into like politics and whatever. And they're one of these people who, kind of like one of our guests there, we were talking about him earlier, the one we did the Alien podcast with, Nick. Real conspiracies and crazy stuff, right?
Okay.
Which I do like too.
Oh, okay.
But,
I see where you're going with this.
But the problem that I have with a lot of these people is they'll bring up a red flag, right? You go, oh, okay, you go to talk about maybe why that red flag even exists, and they're on to a whole new topic of a different red flag. And it's like, dude, well, back up, let's solve this. Rewind, let's solve your first issue. You just, like, you can't come up to someone with a complaint, then as they go to solve your complaint, you come with another out of left field that doesn't even involve the first complaint. Like, at that point, you're not trying to have a conversation or anything. You're just trying to yell at people.
Yeah, you're just talking to talk.
You're just talking to talk. And like, I was watching that Destiny guy, you know?
Destiny debates.
Yeah. And I saw a video with him and Alex Jones, and I really liked how he kind of put Alex Jones in his place. I don't mind Alex Jones. I kind of find him funny because he's so out there. And I like that he warns people that there are certain things, even though some of it could be fake. But at least he's trying to warn people.
Yeah.
But like Destiny even told him, okay, well, now that you have people aware, what should they do now? And that's what I got to the conversation. Like, that's how it kind of ended. He kept bringing up, I'm like, okay, well, what do you want us to do about it? And no one has answers. You know, and it was just funny. And as I dug through this guy, and he, you know, he's sitting there, he's one of them, everyone should have freedoms, everyone should have rights. And as we're going through, you know, it gets to the point where he's like, well, I think this should be legal because people are too dumb, and it should be legal anyways, and yada yada. And I'm like, so you just want to control people. Like, it got down to the point, you just think people are too stupid to live on their own, and you want to make the rules. That's not freedom.
That's the guy who you want as president.
Yeah. I was like,
That's the guy who wants to be president.
Yes, that's somebody you should not vote in. When somebody wants it, no. Like, that's how you know they're going to be bad at that job. If they're sitting there, please. And it just cracks me up because, I'll get in arguments here and there, but I've never sat there and once thought, like, oh, all of the world is so bad and people are so stupid that they need to listen to all our rules because I know better. Like, can you not take a step back and see yourself? How you sound? So, I don't know, man. It just caught me for a loop that you're talking to this guy or person, and it happens multiple times where they think they believe in something, but as more of you press them, they don't even know themselves. And they're sitting here trying to tell the world what to do.
You just gave me another question.
Uh-oh. But, I mean, other than that, little conversation, which was a little fun side thing, you know, during my week. Other than that, it's just getting stuff ready, getting stuff packed,
Practicing.
Ooh, yeah, practicing.
That's a big one that you got to worry about.
Yeah, that's coming up all week. I got a lot of haircuts to get me back into it, which is good. I need it.
I get one more free one.
One more free one. That's it. So does
and
Zach.
I need it, man.
And so does Zach. I know. I'm going to make you look good.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, first off, you already look good.
Yeah,
you don't
for
need
our 101 episode.
Yes.
Gotta look good.
Bro, you look like this most of the time during this season. So it only fits. My hair's not even done.
Hey, I cleaned up my beard a little bit.
They all see the bad side. You know, I like my stupid little pointed sideburns, right? Well, it's all grown in now.
Oh, you want to switch?
You want to? This side's the same way.
I went in to go cut my beard and to try to take a little off the sides, and I dug in right here. So I had to dig it on this side so I didn't look stupid.
All right, so it looks even. All right, Drew.
You ready for my fun time?
Yes, I can't wait to get into these questions. I love doing these. This is
I
one
am
of my
in
favorite
charge
things.
of the 100th episode.
100 episode. Now, last time I asked questions, you get to ask it. Drew's Braingasm.
Right.
Well, you just didn't see last episode.
Anyone who didn't see Dick or Lick.
Dick. I'm dicking all you down if you didn't see it, so better go watch it.
Or maybe go watch it just for it.
Yeah, I'll tap on their window.
Did you watch?
Did you watch it? Like, what is that? Silence of the Lambs? Oh man! But anyone who hasn't seen that the last episode, go watch it. We did a whole South Park thing because I always brag about my South Park knowledge. Not really knowledge, but watching it all the time.
Yeah.
Really, what I do is I just always bring up South Park.
Yeah. I wanted to give you your time in the sun.
Yes. And I did better than I thought I was going to do.
Yeah, you won.
I didn't do great,
You won.
but I won.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
You passed with a D.
I like that.
That's what we care about at the lunch table here.
That's passing
the D.
Passing the D. So now, yeah, it's your turn to ask questions. Well, again, I guess.
Yeah.
More
I get to
fun
do it
questions.
again. Yes, more fun questions. Okay, so I figured we would play another simple game.
Uh-oh.
Kind of like Dick or Lick.
Okay.
And it's going to happen a couple times here during all these questions.
Okay.
CJ, being with you for 100 plus episodes, I guess we'll call it, and coming back home and, just having a fun time with you, we tear each other down quite a bit on the podcast. We hurt each other's feelings.
Yeah, we do.
Especially at the very beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, at random points in these questions, we are going to take a second and we're going to compliment each other.
Actually, so here's what I want to do for this. This is a great episode. We'll do this. Next episode, we're going to get 2 jars of rice. Because I saw this experiment you can do. And it's the experiment with your words.
Ooh.
Right? You have 2 jars of rice. The one only gets good vibes. The one gets bad vibes every day. So every day you're supposed to go to those jars, tell the one thing all good things.
Ooh.
Then you tell the other jar all bad things. And the jar that you're supposed to tell the bad things will rot faster. Will actually turn black where the other one won't. So I figured, as we do our podcast, it will be a fun little thing in the background. So it's kind of funny that you're bringing this up for us to have to, because I was thinking the same thing, It's cool.
So, I'll go first just so you get the feel of it.
Yeah.
My first compliment here, CJ, I love your voice. You have such a deep, hearty voice, but not too deep where it's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't try and make it deeper on purpose.
I can't. Yeah.
No, it's real nice.
Thank
I
you.
hear it quite a bit when I edit.
Yeah, you do. I feel bad for you sometimes because I'll listen to my voice and I'm like, I don't.
I've heard him say every swear word available.
It's probably the only things I say clearly.
Right. Dude, I kind of want to make somebody had an idea about Morgan Freeman where they get him to read the dictionary and then he can just dictate everything.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that with you.
You would have to help me.
But based on the episodes we have, I have bitch 48 times in an episode. So we got that one covered. But
oh, man. Okay, I'll go. My favorite thing about you is you bring a lot of fun to the podcast.
Fun?
I'm usually more serious. Well, it doesn't seem like it, but even there's times where we're trying to figure out what to do with an episode. And I'm trying to do more serious stuff and always be serious. And you bring in little things like these questions or these old games or stuff that I'm not even sure will work out sometimes. But you're bringing them up and I'm like, well, it's a 2-man thing. Might as well let them. And they work out and they're always fun. And I think I should say, I guess you have a better vision for what this is.
We laugh a lot.
Yeah, we laugh a lot. And I like that you bring the fun. You always bring the questions. It's a good time. That's probably, right now, that's my one compliment to you.
Okay.
You bring the fun and I enjoy it.
Well, we have a couple more little intermissions for
Yeah.
that. Don't worry. We'll
Okay.
get creative with them.
Ooh.
All right, so my first question here in Drew's Braingasm.
Drew's Braingasm. This weekend. Sunday.
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
Doesn't
Well,
have the same
technically, it's
accent.
Monday.
Okay, so I've asked this to a couple of the guys at work,
Oh,
and they've given me some examples. I fine-tuned this question. This is the only fine-tuned one on the list.
not very often do we go and get opinions on our questions,
Right.
Because a lot of our questions are out there, and that's the point.
Now, I've asked some stupid questions at work.
There is no stupid questions.
There's stupid questions.
Only stupid answers.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, you are going to die.
Oh, damn.
Would you rather be crushed to death for 3 minutes, drowned to death for 3 minutes, or be on fire and burned alive for 3 minutes?
So I would say
You're going to feel
drown.
everything.
I would drown.
Really?
Yeah, the only panic in that would be like your mind panic, right?
Yeah.
Like physically, you're not going to get hurt. You're going to pass out before anything happens.
Yeah.
If I'm on fire, because you didn't say in a fire, so I'm
Right.
not dying from smoking,
Yeah.
smoke. I'm dying from the flames.
Oh, yeah, you're dying from being lit on
That's
fire.
going to hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, being crushed is going to hurt, and you're
Yeah.
not going to die instantly. So nothing here is an instant death. There's just one without pain.
Right.
So I'll take the one without pain. And worst comes worst, maybe a shark will eat me. That'd be cool.
So I have my own choice here. I'm going to choose burned.
Why?
Crushed. Same feeling. I agree with you 100%.
Takes too long.
Feeling different parts of me explode at different points, that would suck.
Well, and seeing it,
Yeah.
your mind would be like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
Dude, it's like 127 hours all in 3 minutes.
Dude, and then because I'm assuming they wouldn't start with your head, right? They're starting like toes up. You know what I mean? Crushing
Well,
wise
it's
or
all
something.
kind of flat. Yeah.
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 When you said crush, I was thinking like I'm laying down and like the steamroller just.
Okay.
That's what.
Okay.
That's what I was
3
thinking.
minutes from your toes to your head.
Right. So I don't want that at all.
Right.
That's pure torture.
Right.
I think that'd be my least. Okay, because at least the other way I could be like, well, monks, used to. This is what they used to do to protest. At least maybe, I'm protesting something. Maybe there's a reason for it.
So I would not like to drown. Drown is the bottom of my list. Okay. I've actually had a near-death experience where I did almost drown.
Okay.
I was at the memorial pool, and one of our friends is a strong word, one of our acquaintances,
Associates.
I used to ride the bus with this person,
Okay.
jumped on my head. And I was still kind of a little fat kid, so I was buoyant at the bottom,
Yeah.
but not at the top. So he rode me like a buoy, put his legs around my head, and jumped in for what probably was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was the longest 30 seconds of my life. It was probably 10 minutes, it felt like, of just me trying to gasp for air. It was horrible.
Now, did you swim a lot? Like, I know you said you went to
yeah.
the pool, but you swam a lot in your
Yeah.
youth and stuff, so you were used to water?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I didn't tip over or go down to the bottom or whatever. He would not get off me. It was awful. I would never want to have that feeling ever again in my life. But being burned is probably the one that I would choose because 3 minutes at that point, yes, it would be painful for those 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But if every part of you is, at some point, maybe your skin would melt and your nerves would be damaged enough that you wouldn't feel it after a certain point,
Yeah.
and then you would just die.
And then you would just die.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, burning alive, I think the hardest thing about that would be smelling yourself.
Yeah.
Or,
Or who's to say that you'd even smell anything being that?
I mean, true. You might not.
You might burn. You smell from the nose hairs, don't you?
I don't know. Is it the nose hairs? But then
I
why?
mean, when you burn it, they all go up.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you? If you got your nose waxed and it takes the nose hairs out, it's not like they can't smell anything.
Oh, it's further in, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know quite how it works, but I know it works with taste. Your smell
Yeah.
works with taste somehow.
Right.
But I don't know how all that works. We need an ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Right.
That's what we need. I almost drowned at one point.
Really?
The reason why I don't like Florida, right? I went when I was younger. My mom was dating a bowling alley owner. Mm-hmm. We went down, had a good time at Florida.
I got jealous.
Good time. Really, what happened? I was down there. I got sun poisoning first off
Nice.
because the sun was so freaking hot. Blisters on my shoulders. we're white northern people. We're not made for that. My skin wasn't ready. But 2, we went, what is that with the parachute in the boat?
Paragliding.
Paragliding. We went parasailing. And I remember as we were getting ready, the instructor was like, y'all from Western Pennsylvania, or however they talk. And I was like, yeah, how did you know? And she's like, your accent. And I remember that pissing me off because like, bitch, you got an accent. We don't got accents.
We do have an accent.
Yeah, I guess we do. People do. When I travel, people have pointed it out. So obviously there's some type of dialect we got going on.
Right.
Or they just talk so much. Like when I went to Indiana and they did that, they talk so funny.
Do Californian people have an accent?
Yeah, they kind of do.
Really?
Yeah, they try to say they don't because they're California. But like at the end of every sentence to me is a fucking speech impediment. So you got a dialect. It's like.
So you got pulled in?
But yeah, so what happened was everybody was surfing.
Uh-huh.
I saw it. I thought it would be cool. I wanted to go surf. 10, maybe 11, 12, I don't know, somewhere in there. I went ahead, got a surfboard. Now surfboards, they have this thing that attaches around your ankle.
So you don't lose the board.
So you don't lose the board. And it has a long rope to it. I went out there. I'm sitting. Now, no instructor or anything. I just rented a surfboard. I'm sitting out there. I'm watching the people. The waves come. I see them like swim away from it, get up and go. I'm like, okay, this seems easy. Here comes a wave.
I could do that.
Yeah. I'm like, I could do that. Here comes a wave. I start pedaling my arms, jump up on the board, instantly go down. Like, in seconds. I'm right into the water. And as I'm in the water, I don't know how it happened, but the tide's thrown me in. The board gets wrapped around my neck. My foot's by my ear because my ankle is detached. So it's by my ear, and it drags me to the shore. But it doesn't drag me all the way to the shore, just enough that I'm like in shallow water with this thing choking me underwater. Right? Somehow I crawl myself back up. My family gets this stuff off my ankle, around my neck. Dude, the rest of vacation, I looked like I hung myself.
Oh, shit.
I just had this big rope mark around my neck for weeks with my sun poisoning and people saying I had accents. So I was like, fuck this state. Fuck this state.
Dude, at least you had your pants on.
That's true. That's true. It could have been worse.
A lot of times you see those choke marks around. They don't have their pants.
But like, dude, I've never tried to surf again. That was it. That was my one shot. Done.
All right. So speaking of your family,
yeah,
this is a 2-part question. I saw a documentary about conjoined twins.
Ooh.
If you had to be conjoined with one of your siblings, who would it be?
Probably Caden.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Cool kid.
He probably has more of a personality like me. He's outgoing. He's funny. He likes to get out and deal with people like I do.
Yeah.
Sure, he likes his trucks and stuff where I'm not big into that. But, like, he could be working on his truck and I'll be sitting there slapping my bass. I don't give a fuck.
So it wouldn't be like your brother Zach to where, like,
I couldn't
just be sitting there?
No, I couldn't deal with that. He'd be sitting inside all fucking day, trying to play video. I'm like, dude, I'm bored. And Zach, he would try to control everything, and he's not very outgoing. He wouldn't want to do much stuff. I would want to get out and at least take pictures or something. Like Caden, if I was like, Caden, I want to go take pictures, he'd be like, okay. He'd be down just being on the walk today, now, without being attached to me.
Right.
So I think out of everybody, me and him are the most alike. I would say Zach and him are alike. Then Chris is probably in my group.
Yeah.
Then Chevelle's probably kind of with Zach and Devin.
I'd probably say my brother Kent. My other brother Lance likes Transformers way too much. I couldn't put up with that.
And he doesn't go anywhere or do anything besides a barfly.
And then Kent, I'd just be able to pull along and do whatever I want to do because I already do that with him.
Right. And
then I'd be a father. Oh, fuck.
Kent's one of those guys. Once you get him there, it's good.
He's had a fun time.
Yeah, he has a fun time. It's good, and he'll participate. It's not like he won't. Where Lance, unless it's what Lance wants to do, he could be a real sourpuss sometimes.
All right, so my second part of this question is, if you could be a conjoined twin with anybody at all, movie star, sports athlete, whoever, me, who would you be with?
Andrew Tate, I think. Just to ruin that guy's fucking flow. He'd be acting all manly, and I'd just be saying the gayest shit. Just to make him look fucking stupid. I would literally torture him for fun. And then what's the worst that's going to happen? I see titties and go on like $1 million boat rides because that's all that guy wants to do.
Well, shit, man. That puts my answer in a whole new perspective.
Why? What do you want?
Because I would want to be with Tristan Tate now.
Right?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. You know, they're trying to run their...
Come aboard our boat.
He'd be like, shut up. He'd be trying to act all tough and, I need to go work out. I'd be sitting there just eating shit. As he's working out. Like, I hope our liver can take this.
All right, next question here. If there existed a teleporter that could transport you anywhere in the world, as long as there was another teleporter on the other end, essentially they'd be like bus stops. Mm-hmm. You go to a bus stop. If you want to go to Australia, boom, you're there immediately.
Okay.
But just like the movie Timeline, it kind of fucks you up.
Because it destroys you completely.
Yeah,
then
like kind of puts things off just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You get 3 uses of it. Your fourth one, you would die.
Okay.
But you would get progressively worse each time.
Mm-hmm.
How many times would you use it before you stopped using it? Would you go all the way to 3, but have like super health problems?
Yes, I probably would. But not all at once.
Yeah.
So the way I would handle this if I had that power and technology. Now, are you saying everybody has this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, then that changes my opinion. Then probably not.
Not at all?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. If everyone had it and it's not really a special ability.
It's like a bus stop.
And it just screws you up, I'd just rather walk. I really would. Like, I would like to travel, but I don't have to see Ireland. It wouldn't hurt me or something not to see a place.
See, I thought of this question when I was running late to something. Okay. And I was like, man.
No, I'd just rather be late.
This is a super important thing for me. If I, give up a little bit of my life force to be there in time, I would do that.
Well, like, life force is a little bit different than messing you up. Like, what if you take it and you sped up and you got to your destination, but now you can't, like, fucking speak?
Right.
Okay, well, now you just fucked yourself twice. You got where you were supposed to go, but now you can't even defend yourself. So, the only time I would use it is if it was, like, only my invention. And then I would use it as a way to either for war, to make money for a government, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I would use it in that way to make money. Or to, like, kill somebody. Something more like that than just use it to travel. If there's no bigger purpose and it's not just mine, if everyone has this ability, let them have it. Yeah, I forget what movie it is with Bruce Willis, but where everyone's like living in those robotic bodies. Surrogates. I would be Bruce Willis, where I'd be like still the real person. I'd much rather just enjoy life. Kill me if you want.
CJ, here comes our first intermission.
Wait, before you get into that. What about you? Where would you go? What would you do with it?
I would use it maybe twice, and only for super important things. If I was late to my wedding, then yeah, I'd probably use it. And it would have to be something super big. Like when my dad died.
Okay, yeah.
I was 8 hours away. What I wouldn't have given to see him before he passed away, that's a big thing that I would use.
You know what? Touche. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But touche. Maybe I would use it twice or 3 times, just for those reasons. So, but that's a good point. Didn't even think about that.
Something big.
Yeah. So intermission. Okay, I'll go first.
You want to go first? Go ahead.
Yeah. Drew, I love that you went and you learned all new things about editing and put all your time in to make us look good.
Yeah.
Not even just you, but you make both of us look good. like the little stuff you add, you try to make us look better than what we are, and you do a very good job. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a shit ton of time. I know because I take the little small versions, and I just do small versions of what you do. So I just want to thank you for all the work, because it's a whole nother job you put in. It's a whole nother freaking job that you have to do just to edit these videos. So like them. Like them for Drew's sanity. So I would like to say I think you do wonderful jobs on those. I love your little art. I always like the little pieces you put in the middle. I like your goofy little humor. I think you do real well at those.
My turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
I like that you listen I'm so glad that you listen, even though you have a million other things in your mind at whatever current time that I'm trying to do. You're always open and willing to take a phone call from me if I get a stupid idea or a nugget of an idea that we can turn together into something cool. You're always there to listen to it, and you never do anything bad about it. If I come up with a shitty idea, you're like, yeah, man, that's cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You're very positive in that case when you listen.
Thank you. Well, like I said, some of your ideas, even earlier, you always brought the fun, don't I say? And there's some of them I was like, I don't know how
like
that's going to
the water
work.
party. That was shitty.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a great story, ain't it? So that's the way I look at it. Sometimes I look at it and I go, well, you know what? Even if this doesn't work out, the epic fail in itself might be interesting. But realistically, lots of times you come to me with an idea. And, I look at this as both of ours.
Right.
So you got to have just as much as a say as I do, Yeah. And for anyone who hasn't put this together, I'm a little bit more opinionated and aggressive than Drew would be. So there's probably more times where he would back down if I really felt some sort of way about something. And I know that. I acknowledge that. And I understand that's a downfall of myself sometimes. So I try to look at myself and go, well, don't instantly just say no. Let's just rock with it and see what happens. And a lot of it, look what it has done. It came out to be beautiful. A lot of them. Some of them,
That's something I learned from you.
What?
Just kind of go with it.
Yeah. So
what's the worst that's going to happen?
So you know what it is, man?
We ended up in jail. That was probably the worst that happened.
You only know what you know.
Individually.
Yeah, yeah, not with each other. But life
Nothing
lessons.
bad has ever happened with us together.
Well, we haven't been caught. Well, once. Yeah, once.
We didn't go to jail. We went to the place where the jail was, but we didn't go to jail.
But, I always look at it as I only can see the world in the way I see it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you see the world in such a different light, I can't get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't mean it can't work, just like a broken clock. Don't mean it can't work. And maybe I just can't see it. That's the way I try to view it,
I have so much ready for our intro. It's crazy. I have the whole thing in my head planned out.
Ooh, for our intro.
For an intro, yeah.
Okay. Well, next question, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you on to another one?
Yep, I got another one.
Okay.
Would you rather get rid of all frogs in the world or all rabbits?
Wow. Why frogs?
Things that hop.
Oh. Dude, I didn't even put that together. Good job. Probably frogs.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not. So rabbits, they're just gonna feed the foxes and stuff, and that's cool because then they won't eat my ducks or chickens, whatever.
Okay.
Like eat the rabbits. They really don't do much. Frogs, though. How many times have you been laying down? We live in the country. We know. I mean, you can see all the stars. It gets fucking dark around here. Yes, you go to try to say. And you're sitting there like, what the fuck do I gotta do to shut you up? It's like the only thing worse is having a cricket in your room. And you don't know where the motherfucker is, but you hear him.
Dude, you move the entire amount of furniture to try and find out where that fucking cricket is. Really, you're trying to sleep.
It's driving you fucking crazy. So to me, I think I'd get rid of the frogs just for annoying me at night. I don't like to eat them, so I'm whatever. I'm not a frog leg guy. They're not bad. They kind of taste like a slimier chicken.
Yeah.
But
I've had frog legs. But if you think about it, if you get rid of rabbits, then you don't have any holes in your yard unless you have like groundhogs or whatever. I don't know, rabbits. And then Easter's got to figure out a new mascot.
That's true.
Damn.
That's true. But I mean, I don't know. Frogs, they're kind of like turtles to me. I don't care.
All right, my next one is we're going to do a round robin one. We're going to eliminate one and then go to the next one, eliminate one, so on and so forth. If you had to lose 1 sense, what would your first sense that you wouldn't mind getting rid of be?
Okay, so not change, but you mean like smell, taste, touch, and
the 5.
The 5.
Yeah. Sight, smell, taste, touch.
To tell you the truth, I'd probably get rid of my taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. The food's good, and I like it, but it's not so like, it's not the biggest thing for me.
Right.
I'd much rather be able to eat anything and not care because it doesn't taste like anything and just get nutrients.
Yeah.
and not have to worry about the stuff I hate. You know, and just eat good stuff. Who cares as long as you get filled? Where like the other stuff, I mean, like, can you imagine not being? First off, it's not like I'm gonna miss the taste of like pussy. You know? It's just gonna help in that sense. Second, can you imagine like being with a girl and not feeling anything?
Right.
Like squeezing her boob and you can't even make the sense of it, you know? Or like,
That would suck.
oh, dude, it'd be awful. It would be the worst. So I think taste.
Okay, taste. I'll say mine then.
Okay.
I would lose my sense of smell first.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when you have a cold, you can't smell anything anyways. Not a detriment.
Yeah.
Not a detrimental thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That was going to be my second one.
Taste was going to be my second one. So we're on the same wavelength here.
We're on the same
All right,
wavelength.
we'll go through number 2 here. So number 3, third sense. What would
hearing.
hearing?
I would go hearing first.
You would never hear music again.
You could feel it. I can feel music.
But it wouldn't be the same. Regardless, I agree with you.
I don't know. Now that you said that, I'm thinking.
I agree with you. I would lose my hearing. Eyesight is a lot to me.
I like my eyesight a lot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can still communicate with a lot of people reading lips and things like that. You know, I already have my attention, like you said, 100 fucking other places. So sometimes I have to read lips just to keep myself paying attention. Sight's a big thing for me, man.
Right.
And to be honest, like, I don't know. But if I'm going to marry someone, I don't know why, but I want to be able to see them. Not that actually, which is stupid, because like it's not like their outward appearance says anything about who they are as a person. But I guess I'm so vain that I'd much rather keep my eyesight.
Yeah. Dude, porn would be completely weird without sight.
I think that whole thing would be.
Oh yeah.
But then again, your balance is in your ears.
Yeah.
So if we
But deaf people deal with it all the time.
That's true. That's true.
I would say hearing as my third one to get rid of.
Yeah. I go sight.
Sight?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go sight.
Or we flip flop again because I would get rid of
Sight
sight fourth, yeah.
Yeah, me too. My sense of touch is my number one.
Dude, number one thing.
Number one thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I could still I could lose my hearing, right? But I pretty much still know how the bass sounds. So as long as I sit there and I have my feel, I can feel the notes. I could play, and pretty much as long as I could feel the beat vibrating through me, I could keep it long.
Right.
A sense of not having touch. I've seen guys like have strokes and certain things like that and lose like feeling in their leg and stuff. How detrimental that is and how much it changes their life.
Big.
Yeah. And they never seem to be able to compensate for it because you can't feel it. So, yeah. I'm with you. The sense of touch is my number one.
That is the one that I would deal with too.
That's weird. It's because we like to touch each other.
100 episodes, gay jokes never get sold. All right, this is going to be a hot topic question.
Hot take.
I don't know how much editing I'm going to have to do in this one.
Hot take.
Why has no one ever done a movie or TV show nowadays with the topic of school shootings? Is it taboo?
Good question.
Because think about it this way. If you did a school shooting movie and it came out bad, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And if you did a great job on a movie about school shooting, it's still a bad thing.
You know what I think it is? I think it's right now, people are too sensitive for that topic.
Yeah. But there's World War II.
But people don't feel that sensitive about it anymore.
Not anymore.
Like,
is there a point you think where we wouldn't be?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Look at 9/11. When it first happened, everyone gathered around. We were all singing hymn haws. Oh, the world needs to gather around and we need to kill these people. Right? Then several years go by. Every year for a while, they used to do the 9/11 memorials on like Oprah and all that and show everyone who's lost family.
Now they do 5 and 10. And
yeah, now it's like no one even cares. People make jokes about it now.
Yeah.
You know, it's the people that were involved with it are so old and there's so many new people who have never experienced it that like it gets to go. And I think that's the beauty of comedy. I think the beauty of comedy.
Barely legal porn stars were not alive during 9/11.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, 100%. And damn. We're
That
old.
puts it in perspective. Huh?
Yeah, we're old, man.
I was in 4th grade.
Dude, we're so old. We've watched Laws Changed. Like
The 18 for
yeah,
smoking.
For smoking, we've watched Laws Changed. You know, people don't know our music no more. It's bad. It's real bad out there. But anywho's like, I think really like that's what comedy's great at is touching some of these subjects. And lots of times you'll see it in comedy first. Comedy will have to do it first. So right now you see some people making some school gun jokes, but they're getting a lot of slack for it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where it starts. So it's already started kind of falling down.
And how long do you think it'll take before we become desensitized to it?
5 years.
Another 5?
Yeah, I think once it starts getting joked about, I don't care how mad people are about it, but once it becomes a main form of people joking, a little bit like comics, it doesn't take much for people to kind of look at it more as a joke. And I think that's where the beauty of comedy comes in.
So one of the questions that I added at the very beginning of the episode here, you just made me think about it. If the presidential election is coming up,
Yeah.
and your vote is the only one that counted,
Okay.
and you could write in whoever you want or pick one of the candidates, whatever, who is the one person that you would have elected as president? Nobody else's opinion matters but yours.
As president.
As president. A 4-year term at least.
Oh, that's a really good question, man. Because there's 2 ways you can do this. You can pick just a face that's going to look good or whatever, and maybe people will get back into Americana because of the face that you picked.
Right.
Or you can pick someone who's going to try to do something,
Yeah.
which will probably not get anything done,
Yeah.
and piss a lot of people off. Because when you try to change anything, people get mad.
Right.
But I'd go for the latter. I think I'd go for the latter. And I would probably pick someone younger.
Okay.
To be honest, I'd probably pick, even though I hate the dude and I think he's a little arrogant, I'd probably pick Elon right now. Elon Musk. Not even shitting you. He's been given great interviews and things like that with a lot of the news. He's been giving it back to the news, basically telling them how all you guys do is lie or, manipulate things. I really like that about him. I like the fact that he took over a platform that was literally like blue-pilled, and he went, no, this isn't right. Fired a bunch of people. People don't get that.
He got the balls to do it.
He went in and he looked at something and went, people don't even need to be doing this. Got rid of it. And like, I hate when people keep shit just for a job or like they want to keep factories around because it produces jobs. Because really, what's the main purpose of a human? Is it to sit in a factory that make parts all day? No. So fuck jobs. We can live without jobs. Money doesn't have to rule anything for us to live. But I don't know, man. The way he handles stuff, and I think there's sometimes I don't like him because I don't understand what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's my ignorance. But he's so fair. I don't know if he's autistic. I think I would pick an autistic person above anyone.
Yeah, dude, you can pick anybody.
But I mean,
they don't have to be qualified for the job at all, just anybody.
Elon Musk would be, because like he has enough influence, enough power that if he wanted to get something done, he could. I think what he would do would be better for people. I think he would actually do stuff that's better for people, maybe not the country, but for us. So yeah, I think it would be interesting. Let him have 4 years at it. Screw it.
See, I have a different take entirely on this. I've throughout all the different presidents, we've had politicians, like lifetime politicians.
Yeah.
That is what their job has been, is politics. We've had lawyers be politicians. We've had generals and military men be politicians.
You're a comedian.
No. I think we had a step in the right direction with Donald Trump being a businessman. Maybe not Donald Trump himself. I'll be the first person to admit that. But a businessman to put a different outlook on the president.
I gotcha.
I think that the person we need is a scientist. So, like, Dr. Oz was going to run for state senate for Pennsylvania.
You really like Dr. Oz?
No, but he is a medical person. And I think that's a nice outlook that maybe something in politics needs to look at. I want a scientist that is specifically, I'm big into science. So I think maybe, we need some push towards that to see what we can get going there.
All right. Wouldn't Elon fit in that? Elon would fit
Possibly.
into everything you're saying.
I have two people in mind. The first one is Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I hate Bill Nye.
He deals with people in a certain way.
No, he doesn't. I think he's a whiny brat. I really do. And here's my problem with him. Okay, my biggest issue with a lot of scientists is they believe they're smarter than what they are, and they believe that they know what's right.
I think he'd get humbled real quick.
Who, me?
President. Him.
Oh, he would get humbled super quick.
Right.
Yeah.
But he'd still keep a mentality of a scientist.
I don't think so. Because there's certain parts where even right now where he didn't have a mind of a scientist. Like, I could bring up the transgender whole thing, and he was real weird on that and explaining what he doesn't agree with any other scientists on that. So Bill Nye, I don't know, man.
My other one is Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I hate both those guys. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think above all, I think he's the worst.
Yeah.
I think he's absolutely the worst. I hate watching him on any podcast because if you don't talk about what he wants to talk about, he doesn't give a fuck, and then he'll act like
Dude,
a dickbag.
That's a president thing.
He'll act like a dickbag. No, it's not, dude. Here's the problem. The president has to go and deal with foreign people. And you have to listen. Because even if they're not up to your standard, like Elon, I've watched him talk with people less intelligent than him and not make them feel that way.
Yeah.
Not with Neil. Neil will let you know that you're stupid. And here's the problem. You go to a country that is stupid but has weapons, and you talk to them like that, they're not going to think through their issue. They're just going to send a fucking missile. And people think we're invincible or something, but we're not.
Right.
It doesn't take much to destroy what we got going on here. So I think people like him would get us into more boiling water than out. And really, what I think we need is, this is why I hate a businessman. This is why I hate the idea of a businessman being a president. We don't need it to be ran like a business. It is a business. Don't get me wrong. Right now, it's set up to be a business because of capitalism. Really, we need to get beyond this point. Because we're getting to the point where, okay, if we have robots do most of the labor and things like that, we're not really going to run as a capitalist system. There's not going to be most jobs for all of us. So that in itself, for us to get to the next step of humanity, we need to get rid of this idea of almost business, if that makes sense.
God, Robin Williams would have made an awesome president.
Robin Williams would have been great.
You mentioned being run by a robot. That brought me back to Bicentennial Man when he played a robot.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that'd be perfect.
But I mean, that's the thing. Some of these jumps that we got to make are so out of the realm of ideas for what's going that we have right now. Like the next step has to be different than what we got going on right now, and that's where people have an issue with a lot of it, because eventually capitalism's just not going to work.
Yep.
Eventually, we're going to get to the point the system's used up. We ran it the best we could, and it's still not good enough.
All right, on to my next question here. Stupid question, one that you'd see in lunch all the time here. What's the strongest Disney character?
The strongest.
Strongest?
Oh, that sucks because now they added Star Wars and
Right.
Marvel.
You can add it. You can debate with it however you want.
Galactus.
Galactus?
Yeah. The World Eater.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they took Marvel, he's the strongest, period. Like, I don't... Who else? Mickey Mouse?
I was thinking like Hercules.
See, I thought that too, but he doesn't eat whole planets. Like, now that they have Marvel and they got people that can literally write... Like, a god is nothing
Right.
to Galactus. He literally eats gods.
Yeah.
They're nothing to him. They're nothing to him. So, like, what's Hercules to him?
My first thought when I came up with this question was like Gaston.
See, my first thought...
like the one without any powers. Who's the strongest Disney
without
character
any
without
powers, that's a good one. The Beast.
Beast?
Mm-hmm. I'd say the Beast.
Yeah.
Unless you would say those are powers because he's a beast.
Maybe.
But if we're not counting that, then I would probably say Pete.
Pete?
Yeah, the one that Mickey would always get in fights with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because they made him real strong back in the day, stopping trains and stuff. All kinds of crazy crap. Yeah, so I think him. But when you first asked the question, the first one popped in my mind was Hercules. But then I remembered they own Star Wars and Marvel. And I was like, well, if they own Marvel, like, Galactus is the number one
Right.
person.
Or Anakin, Darth Vader.
Yeah, but
Did he bring a planet to its knees?
Yeah, but not Galactus. Well, it matters how much he's eaten. If we want to get real nerdy.
There is a Star Wars guy who eats planets. A Sith who eats planets.
Yeah, but not quite like him.
Kinda.
Like
drains the life
Galactus is literally there so the universe can continue.
Right.
Like if he wasn't there, then because eventually in science, this is where science gets cool. Eventually, all the stuff and everything moving is gonna settle.
Yeah.
All the galaxies and everything is going to settle. And eventually, once it settles, that's when it goes back to nothing. Because the boom or whatever they think is what got everything accelerated.
Yeah.
And moving, which created life. And that's what Galactus does. He goes around destroying stuff so it can't settle. So it always is in a mix, always keeping us alive. So I don't see a point in anyone defeating him because he deserves a purpose in, like, you kill him, he comes back. You just can't defeat the guy. But you didn't think I knew that about Galactus, did you?
Maybe.
You didn't know I knew that much about Galactus, did you?
All right, I got a real quick one.
His helmet's cool. Some people find it gay. I think it's cool. I don't know what about
I
it.
got a real quick one before our next intermission here.
Okay.
Would you rather be Wile E. Coyote or the Roadrunner?
Coyote, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Roadrunner wins more often and whatnot, but I always felt bad for the coyote. And in real life, a coyote's faster than a Roadrunner. It wouldn't even be close. The coyote would fuck that Roadrunner up. But I like his creativity. And my brother always made me be the bad people. It was like I was younger, so he was always a good guy when we'd play. So I always had that spot for like the villains.
Dude, I would be the Roadrunner because I'd want to see
Me.
as like something bad happens and just go, like
Nelson
I don't know why. From The Simpsons is my spirit animal.
Walk around, paint, sit there, wait for you. You just run through. Yeah, I don't know. I always felt bad. I always wanted them to catch him. Catch that fucking Roadrunner. Meet.
On to our intermission here.
Ooh,
all right,
compliments.
I'll go first this one.
Okay.
I like how everything you do is a stepping stone to the next thing that you do. Even if you don't know it, you are building a structure from the very beginning of your thought.
Yeah.
You might need some help to get it into the next section or whatever it is. But you had so many ideas when you were younger about what you wanted to do for jobs. You had so many ideas about what you wanted to do to get famous, what you wanted to do to get rich. And, I like that. I like your creativity that it starts somewhere. A lot of people don't have that.
Like you just like the fact that I have an idea of doing something?
Right.
Like what? Like the podcast?
Sure, yeah. I would never have thought to make a podcast on my own.
No?
Especially
Ever?
with my buddy. Yeah. Like, I might have thrown around a fun idea, but I wouldn't have gotten up the balls to go do it.
Man, I've been thinking...
You're my little pusher.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do like to get stuff started. My biggest thing that I hate listening to someone talk about the same shit over and over and not doing anything about it. Because in that, you got two options with me in that case. Do something about it.
Or shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Because if you ain't going to do something about it, I don't want to hear it. And that's just, I like to problem solve, I guess. Really, like, even with this, I had this idea for a while, man. A while. And here's my compliment to you. I like how willing and happy you are to help out your friends.
Yeah.
I really do. I didn't even have to ask you. You're just like, hey, you want me to be a part of this?
I was kind of jealous. You didn't come to me first.
Well, to be fair, you were far away at that point.
Yeah, I was.
And I didn't even want to release the videos yet. Those ones that Sparky put out and stuff so early were just supposed to be practice runs so I could see how to do it and get my feet under me, and Sparky just uploaded all of it. And I was like, oh, God, well, here it is.
We're at that point.
We're gone now. We started. Yeah, but, like, if I ever needed anything, or, like, even a friend card, I gave you the friend card.
Yeah.
Now, anyone who doesn't know, it's a little game we have. But you didn't complain.
No.
You showed up every time.
Yeah.
You never missed.
Yeah.
You know? And
I was late a couple times.
you were late once. Once. Now, did you always make it for practice? No. But you were late once, and that got us on a oh my God, Drew's not here yet. Okay. You know? But, like, you're always willing to help out. Even if it's not your idea. Even if you don't see maybe the finished product. Maybe you can't see the finish line.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know why we're doing it.
Team player.
But you're a team player. And I don't mean that in, like, some people I use that as, like, a sheep reference. Like, you're a sheep. I don't think you're that, because you're smart enough that if you didn't like something, you'd stand up for yourself. But I like that you have the faith in your friends. Like, that's big, man. You know, I'm not always trustworthy with people, even if I'm friends with them. I'm just not that open of a guy. I am, but we've
known each other for a while.
And we've done our dues, you know? So, like, I admire that about you. The fact that, like, you're willing to give people such a benefit of the doubt and help them out just to see.
Sometimes it burns.
Well, sometimes, but you know what? I think that's better than the opposite.
Right.
I think that's better than being the opposite way, kind of more like I am. Because look how many people, you might come up with an idea, you don't know how to do it, and I go, well, okay, for that idea to work, we're gonna have to do blank, blank, and blank, and you go, oh, I know this person and that person and this person who can help us. You know, it's like, oh, damn.
That's why I want to join a club.
Yeah.
I want to join a social club.
I think you would do great at that. I think you would do wonderful. I think you and building, like, that networking.
That's another thing for another time. That might be a whole episode. I got a problem with it.
With clubs?
Yeah. A whole bunch in particular.
Okay. Like NAMBLA?
NAMBLA?
Yeah.
What is NAMBLA?
Just keep
Okay.
going.
I'll do a next question. Why do humans have the responsibility to take care of the planet? We build buildings, we, hurt the world and have to rebuild it, and carbon emissions and everything else. Why isn't it ants? Ants have more of a population than humans do by many, many times, and they have more mass of ants than humans do. Why isn't it ants that take care of the world? Why is it humans?
Okay. This is going to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but let me answer this with a question. When it comes to communication with your cat, is it on you to figure out how your cat communicates, or is it on your cat to figure out what you're trying to say?
It's a little bit both. If I know that the cat doesn't like the particular food, then it's my responsibility.
Okay, but if it's sitting there meowing at the door, it's not really communicating with you, right?
Yeah.
It's on you to figure out what that meow is.
Right.
Right? Why? Because you're more intelligent. When you're more intelligent, it is your responsibility.
So why isn't it dolphins' duty to own the world?
Because they're not more intelligent. They might have a bigger brain, but nothing says they're more intelligent. Now, and brain size doesn't always relate to how intelligent something is.
Okay. So, again, why not ants?
Because ants aren't as intelligent as us.
But it doesn't have to...
Okay.
It doesn't lead to.
What?
A bigger brain doesn't necessarily mean the intelligence.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I can prove that we're more intelligent than man. Also, we do the most damage. If we're the ones doing the most damage and disturbing the peace of this world the most, why isn't it our job to clean it up?
Are we just right in the middle of everything? We're a decent size. We're not too big. We're not too small. We're not too smart. We're not too dumb.
No. We're smart. We're the smartest things. Listen, I'm not saying animals are stupid. They're a lot smarter than what everyone gives them credit for. To me, they are a humanoid, just kind of in a different shape. Maybe they can't process some stuff like we can fully, but they have emotions and everything, right? I think the main difference is how we can use tools and the fact that we're willing to experiment and build without really seeing the long-lasting effects. And when the long-lasting effects come out, it is now our job to fix it because we created it. Where, like, an elephant might knock down a tree, to get some stuff off the top. That works with nature. Nature will work with it, and the world will continue the roll. Where some of the shit we're doing, we might end literally us.
Right.
And,
nuclear war.
And all the animals.
If we
So if I guess I should say the ones with the biggest toys have to do the biggest cleaning.
Okay.
More toys, more shit to throw in your toy box.
What if before we evolved into full humans, like we were Neanderthals and couldn't use tools or anything like that yet,
Okay.
per se, if it wasn't us,
Yeah.
who would be the one that you think would rule?
We weren't here at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Who would be the dominant species?
I don't think anything in the water would change.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that, well, actually, yes, it would. Sperm whales would probably be a lot more dominant if we didn't take out so many of them. But I think, like, underwater, we have an influence that maybe with plastic, but not too much of that kingdom. You know, so really, I think there'd just be more sperm whales in them, and the orcas would fight. On land, if we're talking about land, to be honest, I find it really, really hard for something like a bird species to not, like a raven.
Yeah.
Like, ravens learned how to work with wolves, and they're learning to train them. The wolves know how to play fetch.
Yeah.
You don't have to teach a wolf to play fetch, which is something that only, like, a domesticated dog knew how to do.
Yeah.
And why they know that is because of the ravens. The ravens will work with them and point out, like, stuff. And then they'll just play catch with them. They'll just go and drop a stick and have them fetch it and bring it back to the raven. So, like, it would be something with that level of intelligence that could use long-range weapons. They've already been known to pick up, you know, turtles and just drop them from heights and all kinds of stuff. So for them to learn to use a long projectile to kill like an elephant, to drop something on its head, I don't think would be that far outlandish for them to grow to.
See, I'm going to take your two methods and I'm going to join them together. I think it would be frogs. A callback to a little earlier.
Why frogs?
Because they can do everything that they can in the water and they can do everything that they can in the land.
Yeah, but they're not good at either. They don't dominate either one.
We didn't dominate either one in for a while.
Well, we dominated land for a while.
Maybe they would evolve to be like frog people.
See, once we learned how to throw, that's when the game changed. Because nothing has a defense for something thrown at it. There's no animal with a natural, really, defense for something thrown at it because it has never been done. Things just don't really shoot or, you know, projectile. So once we got the ability to throw a stick that's sharpened at a big animal and be so far away that it couldn't hit us, we won. That was it. It was over. That's
Spear. Disney gets it right with a spear.
Yes, they did with a spear.
All right, on to my next question. Do you have a plan for the zombie apocalypse? What's the first thing that you would do?
Man, see, I used to think that I would go to Crystal Lake,
Just
get me a boat, and just hang out there. Because
like a houseboat?
Yeah, if I could.
Okay.
And hang out there, right? Because as we heard the myths around here, the bottom's supposed to be quicksand.
Yeah.
Then I read about quicksand. And it doesn't work the way you think it works.
No.
And it's never killed anybody.
Huh.
Never killed anyone. And as long as you stand still, nothing like shakes, so you won't even get sucked in.
Right.
So like, it's weird because it's not like the movies where people, it doesn't happen. It is almost impossible. So now I don't even know if that's true. Like now I wonder if we've been lied to and we just, like, obviously I've always believed it.
Right.
Right. And I say believe because I've learned this like in the past week or something. Someone said this. You can't know what you believe because you would know it. You don't believe your name's true. You know your name's true.
Right.
You know it. So a belief, you can't know a belief. That's why you believe it. So I've always believed in that. But to tell you the truth, I don't know if it's true. Or if I've never done anything to really experiment. So now that's thrown me all over the place. I can tell you what weapon I definitely have. A bow and arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Bow and arrow. It's silent. You can keep making your own ammo for it. You can set one on fire, shoot it at something. It'd be silent. Catch it on fire, then catch everything on fire. There's so much you can do with the bow. Where I would go, dude, I would say some island, but technically they can walk in the ocean. But
Right.
I feel like if you're a corpse and you're walking in the ocean, you know how many things eat dead things in there? They'd just be fucking you up before you got to me.
Yeah.
So Epstein's Island.
Well said. Well said.
Me with the bow on Epstein's Island.
you're gonna have so many little kids come up out of the ground.
It'll be easy. I'll just mow.
Originally, I had the idea about like going to the armory, getting guns, and then going to a water tower.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Well, here's my thing too with guns. The more you shoot, the more deaf you go, and you can't hear things around you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
That's why the crossbow from The Walking Dead, that dude has.
yeah.
He's about it.
Oh yeah, dude. That's why. And in The Walking Dead, that's why they always get snuck up on because they're all shooting without hearing protection.
Yeah.
There's only so much of that. You ever anyone who has never shot a gun, a rifle, or anything like that, you cannot. Some of them you can stand there and shoot, but they're all gonna ring in your fucking ear. It's not like you just shoot and go, oh, okay, you know that was no, it's bam, ring.
Yeah.
And then you don't know where you are first, and you're like, what the fuck? So imagine sitting there, and how many clips have they used? Pop, 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 pop. You'd be so fucking deaf. Yeah, I'm surprised they just don't like hand sign to each other by now.
Well, some of them are deaf in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but they
were born
started
way.
like that. Yeah. What about you, man? Well, I guess you did say the water tower.
I mean, I think you're onto something. If you're on a boat in the middle of the
ocean.
Yeah. If you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah.
it's going to be a thing. It's like there's not a lot of them enough to build all the way up into it.
Well, and people don't understand how deep some of that ocean is.
Yeah, but you could fish and be all right.
Yeah. I think the ones that would have the best chance are those people. I forget where they live.
Not a lake.
They live. No.
Not
That's
a
not
lake.
landlocked.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, because then they could just surround a circle and then you're fucked. How do you get off for any? But have you seen the group of people? They live in some international waters. I forget where. They have no right to land. They have no citizenship anywhere, so they have no right on land. And they live on floating buildings, and they've dived for years. That's how they get their food. They just free dive. And they have this ability to hold their breath longer than any other person, and it's all kinds of crazy. I think they would probably have the best chance to survive. Because they're floating in the water.
Somewhere that
Yeah.
no clue.
No clue. Yeah, and like, dude, you're going to see that thing floating in it's not like they're going to be athletic in the water. So they're just going to be floating trying to walk. You can just stab it with a spear real quick, go swimming away.
Fucking Michael Phelps as a zombie. Why isn't that a thing yet in Hollywood?
But they don't swim like that. He would just be walking, right? Well, that's my thing with zombies. They got some that run. They got some like what? These horror people. They just keep making everything worse. Well, dude.
I got a couple more here.
Oh, okay.
A couple good ones.
Okay, ask your good ones then.
All right. Who's your favorite cousin?
Who's my favorite cousin?
Your favorite cousin.
I don't think any of them watch this, so that's good. I have several. So there's like 2 generations, right?
Yeah.
I got my older cousins and all the cousins that are around my age.
Right.
My older cousins. When I was younger, it was always they were playing older video games and stuff. Zach and I would try to join and to be like, we'd be the young kids that they didn't want to hang out with and whatever.
Right.
So I was never that close to them because like, by the time I got to a teenager, they were
gone.
Never that close.
It's like me and my brothers.
Mm-hmm. So that leaves it between 2, like basically 2 cousins there, and both girls. The one is dating Joey. The other one's married now.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Morgan, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Morgan's, I think, the least amount of judgy. And she has a history degree, so I love talking to her about history. Where my other cousin, she's more... I love her too, and she's funny. But they're a little bit more know-it-alls.
Yeah.
So they're willing to, like... there's a lot of shit I say just to be funny. And they don't understand that. So then it becomes a huge argument. And then if you come at me, I'm just going to fuck with you now. Like... There's times I'll play devil's advocate not believing when I'm arguing just because you piss me off. And I know it pisses you. Like, well, how dare you say that? Now I'm just going to push your buttons. You know? Then I'll play devil's advocate with someone and get them so pissed and then walk away. I didn't even care about the subject. You know? But I know they do.
All right, I got two last questions here. They're gonna be rough.
Go ahead.
They're gonna be rough and they're gonna be heart wrenching.
Okay.
If I died tomorrow,
Drew, don't. Okay.
how long would it take to replace me on the podcast?
I don't think I would.
No?
Nah, the lunch table would be done. I'd start something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go and do, you know, what I've been trying to push us to do with the little videos and the commenting. I'd probably go and try to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just because, to me, that's easy content. You don't have to think too much. You watch and just comment on a video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably wouldn't, dude.
No?
Nah. This podcast would be dead. The lunch table?
Yeah.
If you passed away, this would not be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be done and I'd start a whole new thing. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't. There's no way that I could turn all this on or whatever and see some of the setup and go like, oh, dude, my ride or die is dead. And I didn't die with him. Make me feel some sort of way. So probably not all. What about me? If I passed away, what would happen?
Well, it would take at least a month because
You dick. That's funny.
No, I'd use a lot of the same things. I don't know that I would end it. I don't think that would be something that you would want. I mean, now I know that you probably would, but
I mean,
morph it into something different.
Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't be upset. I don't think it would have to end if I passed away.
Yeah.
Just me personally. I don't know.
I've dealt with a lot of grief and dealing with things from people that have passed away.
Yeah.
And it's a thing. The more you do it, the more you get over it.
Yeah.
And the better you get to deal with it. So
right.
I would definitely take a hiatus.
Yeah.
I'd at least say.
Would you be the new host?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you would take my spot?
Fuck yeah.
That'd be your chair? Yeah, that's the only way it goes on. You gotta step up. No, man, I don't know, man, because like, to me, you got such a unique flavor.
Yeah.
Like, what we do is so natural because we've been doing it for years. So, you know, if they see us on camera and you guys think that we like plan out how we're going to talk, we don't. Obviously, we don't. If you watch some of our shit, there's weird long pauses. But like the natural flow we have, the natural friendship, even like I accidentally drew that, which ended up working out okay for this, even though I had no idea what you were going to ask.
Like ants.
Ants and pop, which we talked about both. Yeah, so like I don't know. To me, I think you could be the same without me, but I don't know if this could be the same without you. If that makes sense.
So real fucking brain buster here.
Yeah.
If you were going to keep the lunch table as it was, the podcast exactly as it was, but you needed somebody else to fill the seat, and you had to keep it going. That was what I wrote in my will.
That's what
keep
you
it going
wanted.
with a new person. Who would it be?
Good question, dude. Because I'm trying to think someone who gets as many ideas as you. Because you get a lot.
I mean, the front runner that I'm thinking of in your situation shares blood with me.
No, Kent. I would. I don't think it'd be as goofy.
Yeah.
It'd be a little more kind of serious. I don't think it'd be as goofy. He would be up there.
It'd be kind of weird to
Honestly,
not be here and you to shoot in my house.
Well, yeah. I'd probably move it, to be honest, once again, but yeah, dude. I never even thought about this. One of my friends, huh? Who would I get to replace you? Kent would probably be the quickest one, but I don't know, man. Like, love him. I think we could do a great podcast, but I don't think it would be this.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the goofy this.
Right.
So it's like, to me, that wouldn't be a good co-host for this. Me and him could start our own thing. So who would be a goofy? Probably, if I could, Joey. Because he's nowhere near as intelligent as you. But he's so Yeah, out there with his thought process, that it gives me a lot to play with. And I think that's the beauty of me and you. You have all these thoughts. I'm quick-witted, so you give me a lot to play off of, you know?
Right.
And you can bounce it back. So once I set you up, you kind of know how to bounce it back to me. So I'm trying to think someone who has a good 1-2 with me, and probably Joey. And I could see him being easy at the talk. It'd be easy for me to pull him out to talk into a microphone. Right. Some of the people did not catch on. You grasped on faster than what I thought you would.
I might as well have been born with a mic in my mouth.
Yeah, honestly, I thought you might be more hesitant. Just because, like, someone like me, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I don't know if it's my
fuck it all attitude,
or if I'm just too ignorant to really understand the power of the words. But I'll get on and say what I want.
Yeah.
You know, and say some stupid stuff, and I'm not scared to look dumb.
Right.
I can look like an idiot. That's fine. But not everyone likes to feel that way. And there's sometimes that's not your favorite thing. You've came on here, said how you like to, you know, be perceived as smart and like to know your facts. So I was like, maybe Drew won't be as open behind the mic. But you know what? I was wrong.
I think if I had to continue it, it was in your will to continue it as is, and I just had to pick somebody. Probably Trey.
See, I thought about Trey. But he's a fast talker. He's quick. And I don't know. Me? Yeah. I guess he would be. I think he could probably do my
He's very
position.
similar to you. He's not you.
No.
But he's similar.
Yeah, he's similar.
Driven.
He is driven.
All these compliments that we've been giving to each other.
Yeah, he's driven.
You see what
he's
I was going for?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's good. I think he could take my spot, but like, I don't know, man.
It wouldn't be the same, but it'd be kind of close.
Be close. I don't know. I think you're just such an odd goofball sometimes that I would have a hard time replacing you. Actually, that's a really good one. Jerry would probably be my first go-to to replace you.
Yeah.
That, or if people wanted to see real cringe, A-Rab Drew.
He's really Indian.
He really likes me, is what he really is.
That'd be a makeout session in the back.
Oh, God, I'd have to keep his head up.
All right, so kind of a quick one that I'm going to add in here. If everything of mine goes up for estate sale and I die, and you get to pick one thing.
Yeah.
What is
your computer?
Which computer? This one? That one? That one?
There's only two. It's either that one, because I've known that one for a long time, or it's your new one upstairs.
Yeah.
The only question I need to know is
what the password is.
That. Or all our old photos and videos and stuff that we've done. Okay, so the one upstairs.
Yep.
Because you've saved a lot of our memories, man.
I have a lot of dumb memories.
Seriously, if I let that go, like you passed away and I couldn't buy it, and you let that, and somehow it went away and I lost all that, I don't know if I could forgive myself. I could go back on your computer. One, that's something I know you loved. Yeah. You spent time. You purposely built this. This is something you really wanted. To me, it's like that motorcycle my dad has.
Right.
Not for me. You know, it's not something
I
would have bought.
Let it go to somebody else.
Right. I'm not letting it go. That was my dad's motorcycle. He loved it. This is what he loved about it, and it will stay that way. You know? So I'd probably honor you in that way.
I've already got mine picked.
My base?
Oh, yeah. Your PV Millennium Champagne Burst.
No.
The other one's Champagne Burst.
It's Ibanez.
Copper Burst or whatever it is.
No. It's Tiger Eye.
Tiger Eye.
Mm-hmm. It's Tiger Eye. It's orange and the black waves through it.
I would start learning how to play bass in that situation.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If someone ever let that PV bass go, like I passed away, I'm a ghost, right? Or whatever I am, and I see that thing go away to someone I didn't know, I'd be really pissed.
Dude, that's fucking mine.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I don't care about the amps, but that fucking bass,
right.
They don't even make that no more.
Right.
Yeah, that's see, you knew what to pick. That's my love.
All right. So my very last question here.
Yeah.
100 episodes of us being buds.
In a lifetime.
Maybe we've told it on air. It doesn't have to be. What is your most precious memory of the two of us?
Okay, well, a lot of them involve us in a car.
Yeah.
As funny as that is.
Yeah.
You know, and that's still why I'll hang out in my car a lot. Me and you, that always was our escape.
Yeah.
Tuning out and jamming out in the car somewhere.
Right.
You know, like we would steal the car when we were younger. Before any of us had a license, and we just blare music. The Moon and Tune package. Yeah, I remember that one time with your ex that passed away. We took out a couple trees and a gas line with my truck. We had a big heart-to-heart after that, all of us.
Yeah, we did. We thought we were going to die.
Oh, we were crying. It was weird. But we had a heart-to-heart, you know, and I will never forget that. I will never forget spending that time in the cop car, getting drove down after a party. Yeah, so a lot of my memories are you, me, in a vehicle. I won't forget the time we went to that graduation party, and we fucked with people not getting laid, and had to sleep in the back of your car. You know, but I think the number one of all is I would never ever want to take back all the times that we did recording and doing for our band or whatever.
Dude, that was exactly going to be mine. Specifically, the song "I Hate 'Em."
I remember that because we were drinking Maddog 2020 before we were supposed to in your bedroom
with Dr. Pepper.
With Dr. Pepper and
making music in the middle of the night.
And what else did we have? Mexican vanilla.
Mexican vanilla.
In the middle of the night, literally jamming. I mean, I couldn't even jam that well. You just added distortion.
Yeah.
It's really what got us into this. It's
right.
what led me to this.
Yep.
Because I was like, oh man, I like this entertaining. I like what we're doing. I like that we're filming. And one compliment to you is you always pushed our stuff. There was at one point where we had a band, and I don't know. There's times I'm self-conscious about what I do. I'm making art. I'm a little self-conscious about it. So I didn't want to tell people we're in a band because I didn't want them to judge. And you were so excited,
dude,
which was
I
good.
made CDs and handed them out all over school.
Yeah. So like, and it was great because people ended up, they liked it. At least they said they did.
Yeah.
So, and you know, to me, I was always like, but I will always remember those moments. That's something I would never want to be gone.
Right.
Is even though we got in a shit ton of trouble, I don't feel that way. And I'm not saying that because I still feel that way about the people we wrote the song about. I'm saying that because the connection me and you had.
Right.
Over the hate of them.
Right.
But yeah, it was.
I like that we both knew exactly what we wanted out of it, and we both were using our skill set.
Yeah.
And it turned into something cool.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes us work well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't punch above.
No. I think, yeah. Or no, we do punch above. We don't punch below.
Okay.
Punch below is punching people underneath you.
We punch at a normal height.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that is true. We only punch at the people we believe are in line with us. People below me, too easy. People,
they blow you? People blow you?
People above me don't want to get around me. So that's it? Are we done with the 100th episode?
No.
Oh.
No.
One more compliment?
Yeah, we have one more intermission.
Yes.
You're up.
I'm up. I got to go first?
You're up.
Oh, my Lanta, Drew. My favorite thing, one of my favorite things is you've always had my back.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. I can't tell you how many times I've been an ass. I know, surprising, right? I can't tell you how many times I've been an ass or I've probably been wrong in a situation or I started shit that I probably shouldn't have started, but you know who was right there to help me out? You.
I was behind you most of the time.
Most of the time. But you know what? You never went back on me. You never questioned me. You just got me out of that situation right onto the next fun event. You know, like you never held that against me. You always helped me out. You never held what I did against me, and I appreciate that. Yeah. I really do. Dude, it's helped me grow, man. You know, another thing I appreciate about you, and I've said this before, I really like that you go visit people. I love that. I love that you will go and just visit people like my mother or, well, it's more than that. Because it's like even my mom or like people you think is lonely and could use a hand, you will go out of your way to help them out.
Sure.
You know, just like you'll go out of the way to have my back. And that takes a lot. Like, you know, sometimes I feel bad because you'd ask me to go visit your mom when you were in Chicago, and I wouldn't do it as often.
Yeah.
And it'd make me feel bad because I know you would do it. Right? Say I wasn't home. I was states away. My mom was feeling lonely. I know you would go visit her.
Sure.
I probably wouldn't even have to ask you.
I'm already there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Dude, I've been talking to your mom. So,
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah, she's having a cookout this week.
Yeah.
Come on down if you can.
you would tell me more about my family than I know. So, like, that's something I've always appreciated. You always had my back. You're always there for people. And that takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy. It puts a lot on your shoulders. But you seem to handle it well. And I admire you for that. And I try to be like you more in those ways. So,
I like how much you're right. And I know that this is kind of a weird statement. I like, even though you know something's wrong, you'll try and make it right. Or even if you know that I'm right, you'll still be right with it. That's a bad way to say it. But you're right about a lot of things. Even if people can't see it. And there are times where you are wrong. It's not
I'm human.
It happens.
I'm human.
It happens to a fault. But more often than not, you are right. And you try and push people to see that point. And if it happens to be that they're right as well, then it's an even better thing.
Yeah.
Like, we may not be completely right and wrong, but maybe we're just looking at it in a different way.
Right.
You have a very good outlook on a broad scope. So it helps to be able to do this. It helps to be able to have discussions. Even when we get in arguments, dude, they don't fucking last long.
No.
Because we both realize.
Well,
It just is what it is.
It's funny because you brought up when I was having my myriad, right? And right after I got done with that phone conversation, I thought about it for a little bit. And I'm like, oh, my God. I was like, that came off so wrong. Because I wasn't mad at you. And I didn't mean to imply for you to work like you need to do more work. It's more I was upset just, goddamn, there's no way to quicken this process up. Right. You know me? I'm constantly searching for answers.
Right.
So the fact that there is no answer to the, like, we are at our max pissed me off. Because I'm like, man, I wish there was faster ways we could achieve this.
Perseverant is a better word, I would say. You're very perseverant.
Okay.
To try and keep a good emotion, a good flow.
Yeah.
A good feeling.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's all I want. That's all
Right.
I want out of life.
I just want to feel good.
I don't care if I'm a millionaire or anything. I just want to be able to go
I want to be a millionaire.
and laugh, dude. I want to go to a restaurant, have a good time, laugh, not have to worry about all this crazy shit that people worry about that really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of the problems in life we cause ourselves, and then we blame others for it, and I want to control them because we can't control it. Exactly.
Uh-oh, I said the C word.
I know. You got to edit that. At least bleep it. But, Drew,
CJ?
you done kissing each other's ass?
Sure.
Ooh, you ready to plug something in mine?
You want to kiss each other's ass in the back?
Yeah,
We can film that for the O site.
For the O site, but only after
site.
But only after you give me that plug, baby.
For the 100th time, we're at Anchor, Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts at the Lunch Table PBJ. That might be how you're listening to us right now. So if you are, keep go ahead and doing that. We're on YouTube and Rumble at the Lunch Table PBJ. That might be how you're watching us right now. So if you are, go ahead and doing. We were supposed to say that together.
Go ahead and doing that.
We're on Twitter at Lunch Table PBJ. That's how you can take care of some of our polls, as well as staying up to date in some of the stuff that we're doing.
I love when they take care of our polls. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I missed it.
We're on Facebook at the Lunch Table PBJ, as well as our fan page, The Munchies. That's where you can stay up to date in everything that we're doing, as well as taking care of some conversations. Tell us how you feel if you decide that we want to... If you got an idea for the 101st episode,
go ahead.
Let us know.
Go ahead. We like ideas, man.
Hell yeah.
Drew just sat here and said it. You can give us a bad one, and if I think it would
we'll
be...
take it and turn it into something.
Yeah, exactly.
And give you credit for it.
I'll try to make it work. You know, he calls it perseverance or whatever. I call it stubbornness. It's just like, we are going to make it work.
We're on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts at the Lunch Table PBJ. CJ takes care of those. He's been taking care of those for a long time now, and he does a wonderful job. You know, this isn't me just blowing smoke up his ass. He does do a wonderful job. He shows the people what they want.
Oh, thank you. Pretty soon we're going to be adding small clips and other stuff, and just uploading. You know, I noticed that people like our content, but they like enjoying it in smaller kind of groups sometimes. Yeah. So, you know, our next plan is to take a lot of these episodes, some of our older ones, cut them down to quicker clips. Right. Maybe 10-minute segments, but I think people would really enjoy that. It's our next kind of goal.
So the general idea is if you like our shorts, go into some of the bigger episodes. If you don't want to go into that step right away, go into some of these like mid-size episodes that we're going to be throwing out.
Exactly.
Or you know, you can skip around and do whatever you want. Yeah. It's your content. You can do whatever. We give it to you, so you can do what you want with it.
We just want to make you laugh.
And if you want to flip-flop that feeling, we're on Patreon at the Lunch Table PBJ. If you want to be the person that gives a little bit extra, that's the way to do it.
That is exactly the way to do it. We appreciate everyone and everything. We accept everyone and everything as long as you can take a joke.
Right.
As long as you can take a joke. Drew.
CJ?
You want to leave the people with something?
Talk to your best friend. It doesn't matter if it's a minute a day, if it's an hour a day, if you guys have an 8-hour conversation, if you guys work together, if you guys do something fun together, if you ride in the car with your buddy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how often you do it, just do it. Good things happen.
Dude, that was really good. Good things happen. I like that. If you do the right things, good things happen. The right things aren't always easy. Well, I've read one time, it's not really that much harder to do good things over bad things. It's just not as much fun. But a lot of amazing things come from when you do something good. Like Drew said, call your buddy a couple minutes a day. Maybe they're going through something. If you are, there's places that can help. There's nothing wrong with it. We've all gone through stuff. I love to laugh. I love to laugh because a lot of my life, early ages, was not the best. So it's great not to feel that stress or anything and just laugh at life. So call them.
Text them. Email them. Go over and visit if they're one of those people that doesn't have an electrical device.
Yeah, if they want to talk, put your phone on speaker, put that sucker down, and do what I do with Drew. Let them talk as I play video games. Sometimes people just need to rant. It's okay. Drew, that was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You knocked this 100th episode out of the park.
You're
beautiful.
YOLO. Skirt. Skirt.
Thanks for stopping. It's getting a lot more fun around here. Drew, thanks for being you.
See ya.